good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whenever you're watching this. Hi, I hope you're having a wonderful day, and if not, I hope it gets better from here. Welcome. I'm going to just get straight on in. The channel song for today is Maniac by Carpenter Brute and Jan Lichtner. Oh, 444, interesting. Hello, hi. The synchronicities for today, the numbers that I got were 0550, 555, 707, 717, 0101, 0909, 222, 911, 411, 1515, 811, 2002, 0110, 311, 111, 123, and 2626. Hello! Other synchronicities that I got today were Anne of Green Gables, Scottish Terriers, Aquarius, Lint Chocolate, Aquanet, and Hair Metal. So, I don't know how any of that's relevant, but we'll see how this goes. Let's roll our dice to see what house this reading will be in for today. It looks like 7 for partnerships. Let's see if you can see that there. 7 for the house of partnerships. Interesting. And what sign will that be in, Spirit? Let's see. Oh my god, that was a journey. That went on a whole journey. Hello. 2. That's for Taurus. Taurus in the house of partnerships. Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. Hello! Oh, thank you for the likes, everybody. Let's get into runes and figure out some details on this house of partnerships in the sign of Taurus. Interesting. Any more, Spirit? 2. Hello! Oh my goodness. We have, I can never pronounce this. It's Tivas. There we go, for justice. Tivas for justice. Interesting. And Rido for journey. A journey of justice? Interesting. Okay. Journey of justice around partnerships in Taurus. Fascinating. This is already fascinating. Hi, everybody. Hello. Thank you for being here, denizens of the dark, children of the night. I'm just not right next to your ears. These are my charms. I want to know more details. Any more? Okay. Looks like we have the void. Interesting. This little void charm. I like to think of it as, like, you know, being in the void. The rose quartz, so love, self-love, cute. And then we have the owl for some wisdom here. Wisdom in this realm as well. And then this little starfish. Hope, healing. You could also live near the water. Don't have to, but that came through. So a journey of justice around the house of partnerships in Taurus. So like very long committed relationships, stability, security, groundedness, practicality. And then we have currently being in the void, a little journey of healing around love, including self-love, wisdom being obtained. Interesting. Let's get into the tarot. Let's see. Oh, that's really cool. Okay. So, for those of you here who are new, I am pulling out my yes/no cards. This is a big collective reading. Okay? I don't like knowing people's personal business. You don't have to give me anything. You don't even have to drop a follow if you don't want to. You don't have to give me money. You don't have to give me likes. None of that. Okay? You don't even have to put your question in the chat. All I want for you to do is think your question, and as I pull for the whole collective, when I pull a card, that's what your answer will be, okay? So think it. I will let you know, but you don't have to give me anything. Your private business should stay private, okay? But if you ever want to learn more besides yes, no, I offer personal readings at the link in my bio, okay? That's it. So, let's get on with it. Let's see what's going on with the collective today, Spirit, regarding the House of Partnerships in Taurus. Tell me what's going on with the collective at this time, Spirit. And please, please no dusty energy. I am tired of tapping into that stuff. Alright, so very first thing right off the bat is the Moon card. So if you had a yes, no question, your answer is no. Alright? Your answer is no. I'm sorry if that's not the answer you want to hear. So it looks like the path may not be clear, but my intuition lights the way one step at a time. So we're currently shining a light on some things in the dark. Taking a look at things, looking at perhaps, you know, our more palatable side and who we actually are, right? Because both sides are howling at the moon. Going on a bit of a journey here, an emotional journey, shining a light on the armor that we wear as well. Interesting. Letting our intuition guide the way. Interesting. Yes, I offer personal readings at the link in my bio. This is one big collective read. I don't put your business on the internet. That's not for me. I'm not your reader. This card deck is the Learning Tarot Cards deck right here. Okay? That's what this one is. Feel free to check that out. Tell me more what's going on with the collective at this time. And again, if you have a yes, no question while I'm doing this, you don't need to put it in the chat. You don't need to give me anything. Just think your question, and as I pull, that will be your answer, okay? I really don't need to know what your business is. That's not my vibe. I don't like that. So, sideways. Interesting. Whenever I see horizontal cards like this, that means that's our current energy. So it goes back and forth. And it's in the Magician, which is I have all the resources I need, inner and outer. So it's like we're doing this work. We're trying to call forth some sort of clarity here. Yeah, some days we feel like we're on it, some days we feel like we're not. Interesting. What are we trying to grab here? Because these are major cards, so they're like big life changes, big decisions. Please don't spam the chat. This is not a personal reading, this is a collective read. So first, like, if you're asking a yes, no question, your answer is no, okay? Thank you for the follow. It looks like the King of Wands in reversed. There is a liar in the midst. Oh, great. Okay. So there's a selfish person in the mix. Could be a fire sign. And we're trying to gain some clarity on this situation. If not a specific person, this could have been people we have dealt with. We may have a long string of lovers in the past who have been this way. King of Wands is in the reverse. They're the type who demands respect, even though they're not acting in a way that gets respect. Interesting. I was hoping not to tap into dusty energy, but if that's the message that needs to come out, then so be it. Okay. Tell me more on what's going on with the collective at this time, Spirit. Yeah, this person could be an Aries, unhealed Aries energy, so very immature, very brash, bad temper, that type of thing. Doesn't have to be, but that's for somebody here. Tell me more on what's going on with the collective at this time. Thank you, Spirit. And the Queen of Swords in reversed. Okay. That's interesting. We have a king and a queen here, both in the reversed energies. If you had a yes, no question, your answer is no. Alright? A lot of gossip, a lot of lies. Okay, so yeah, people who, man, we've had a rough time in the realm of partnerships. We've had people who are very cruel with their words, who are very selfish. Good grief. Okay. Thank you for the follow and the likes. Gosh, I'm sorry for whoever I'm tapping into right now. I'm not liking this energy already. There's a rest though, a little pause, and there's a pause and some form of motivation happening here though. Inspiration coming in, new beginnings. Interesting. Yeah, healing, introspection, planning for the future. So it's like there's a pause happening here and some form of new spark. Tell me more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. That's quite the path. So we're on some form of path. Like I said, we're trying to manifest this clarity, like things being exposed, trying to get some truth on a situation. Because there's a whole lot of like hypercritical, lying, rumors going on, and somebody being super selfish. What on earth? This is a little confusing, okay? Page of Pentacles. Oh, is someone giving an offer here? Because we have a Page of Pentacles, which is like an opportunity, but it's a very small opportunity. What on earth is this energy? Spirit, tell me more, please. Thank you. A Hierophant, 6 of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. I choose which traditions I embrace and how I do it. 6 of Swords is escape, and then I ride the waves of life for good luck. Oh, hold on. Is this saying that we're trying to get some clarity around a person and there's like a pause because they're offering nothing more than this and this tiny little coin, trying to act like it's a whole commitment when it's not? And we're trying to leave and head somewhere else towards our luck, towards better fortune. What on earth? Hold on. Tell me more. Tell me more, Spirit. Help me ground this, because it's giving that, and I'm wondering why the heck that's going on. Oh, I see. Yeah, we're heading somewhere else because all we've gotten from this is severe disappointment and constant over-giving. So a taker, someone who takes and takes and takes and over-giving, and we just have repeated cycles of disappointment. Okay. If you had a yes/no question, your answer is no, by the way, especially in the realm of money and emotions. Okay, we're dealing with somebody who's hypercritical, hypercritical, loud, and like, just a jerk. What the frick? Yeah, it's like, I want out of here. Balance, juggling. Yeah, hold on. They juggle. They constantly had you in competition, juggling energy, and you were constantly broke around this person. Hardship, feeling left out, rejection, abandonment. Someone who constantly rejected, rejection. Telling you that everything you do is wrong, their way is the only way that's correct. Ooh, I just got vertigo out of nowhere. That was weird. throwing you off balance. Yes, off balance. What an asshole. Okay. Hello. Tell me more on what's going on with this. Someone's trying to leave someone who sucks. Like, I mean, that's the simplest way I can put that. But they're selfish, they lie, they're hypercritical, they're offering nothing but a tiny offer. Yeah, it's like all I have is a pipe and tiny money, and we're always like, no. Thank you for the follow, friend. Yeah, the devil. Oh my gosh. If you had a yes, no question, your answer is no. Alright? Big no. I am not a puppet. Wow. That's crazy. Like, look, that's the side. I have to cover them because they're naked, okay? I am not a puppet. Sounds like someone who's constantly telling, like, critiquing everything you do, trying to make sure you do everything the way that they want. Codependent energy. Make you codependent on them. They could have been a heavy cheater. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright. I wasn't expecting to tap into this today, but alright. And the tower. Okay, yeah, we're trying. The tower needs to fall. This mess. It could be a marriage. It's a mess. It's an absolute mess. Oh yeah, it's a mess. Okay. Yeah, this is the house of partnerships in Taurus. So this person's probably stubborn. Oh, I don't like this energy at all. I've been here before. Okay. Hypercritical, stubborn, refuses to listen, doesn't communicate, emotionally constipated, probably cheated at some point, juggles the frick out of you, is a constant taker, has no money, and when you have money, if there is money, they spend it all. Oh boy. But there's an incoming tower, and honestly, this feels like it's a good tower, because if it is you leaving this, you're going to head towards good luck. Way better luck. If you had a yes, no question, your answer is maybe. I'm sorry, that's the answer. Decision. Yeah, decision needs to be made. Yeah, because we're at a crossroads. Choice. Ooh. That's why we're manifesting that clarity, because we're not quite sure yet. You see how it has the swords here? Swords are all about thoughts and words in the tarot. And there's that moon from the beginning. So things are being, we're going into our intuition. We're trying to shine light on things in the dark. But we have a blindfold on. So we can't quite see yet. So it's up to you. What are the options here, Spirit? What are the options? This is for somebody. This is for somebody. Thank you for the follow. What are the two options that they're weighing on here? Libra. What are the two options? Ooh, we're being quiet about the options. There's one, King of Wands, or Knight of Wands energy. Those who have a challenge. A younger fire energy. If you had a yes, no question, your answer is yes. Being hasty, quick decisions, ambition, generosity, a journey. Sexual energy as well. So that's one of the options. What's the other option? What's the other option? Yeah, it's like charging forward. It's like following passion's lead. So charging forward, following your heart kind of energy without really a plan. What's the other option? Thank you. Or going towards your recognition. Another yes. So if you had a yes, no question, your answer is yes. Okay? Success, satisfaction, victory, having the advantage, achievement of being in the spotlight. So, interesting. So, choice being with the player energy or going towards recognition. Heavy fire. Interesting. Who in the world am I tapped into? Hopefully nobody. Honestly, this energy's rough. Tell me more, Spirit. So we're trying to make a decision on recognition or passion. I'm trying to figure this out. This is a very interesting... Like, it feels like we're trying to leave somebody behind who really sucks. Like, that's what I'm seeing here, but it's a little... It's hard for me to believe, and I'm the one doing the reading. I'm like, what the heck? You know what I mean? Like, whose story is this? Tell me more, Spirit. What else is going on with the collective today? Thank you. Yeah. So we have the Ace of Pentacles sideways for prosperity, new beginnings, opportunity, wealth, abundance, growth. So like bringing in an opportunity versus financial loss, lack of planning, wasted potential, and delayed success. So depending on the choice that we pick here, because the tower is coming whether we want it to or not, for whoever this is, it's honestly well-deserved and should happen. This is a good tower. Even if it may suck at the time, it's necessary. It really is, because whoever this is, they're the reason you've been broke this entire time. Now, there's two people involved, right? Obviously, you know, we're part of the issue. If we continue to stay, we stay codependent, we're part of the problem. But ultimately, this person is like been sucking the life out of you and taking. So of course you would be broke all the time, especially if they're a cheater, which I saw that already. Oh boy. Okay. I'm trying to just ground in this message because I feel like I've got a bead on it, but I had no idea I was tapping into this kind of energy today, so. Completing a cycle. Yeah, completing a cycle around people who are, oh my gosh. Completing the cycle about being around people who refuse to compromise or give in, stubborn, rigid, obstinate. Yeah, I have to cover her, but completing a cycle here. Getting out of the cycle, not repeating the loop. What I've been working for is already done. Success, achievement, accomplishment, travel. Some more of that, leaving it behind, heading out. Getting away from this mess. Yeah, completing the cycle around resilience. Like, it's kind of like, how long do we continue putting up with it? Got it, okay. Give me two more, Spirit, on what's going on with the collective, and then let me move into the why after this. Jeez, this was straightforward. Goodness, yeah, 9. So Hermit. So definitely that introspective energy. Trying to manifest that clarity on... So it's like asking the universe, if I'm not supposed to be here, show me. Yes. Oh, who is this for? I'm so sorry. I just saw the card of burdens. Thank you for the follow. 9999. Oh, okay. Yeah. Burdens. Overburdened. This person is a burden. I hate to say that because I don't like calling someone that, but this person's literally the reason why life has been so hard. They got nothing to offer, they just take, and when you head out, things will turn around and you'll actually get this opportunity for more money, more recognition. Queen of Wands, yeah. Go into... Yeah, this person has a lot of promises. They offer so many promises, but they never deliver, do they? You're a Queen of Wands, dealing with a reversed King of Wands. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, I'm mad now. We're over here, the manifestation queen, someone who's optimistic, someone who's full of passion, fire, able to make anything happen. You're the one that when stuff happens, you go, I'll handle it. I got it. Vibrant. Well-liked. Kind, loyal, generous. Dealing with a whole-ass toddler. You gotta be kidding me. I've been here before. I know this song and dance, and it makes me mad. Yeah! Okay, breaking the cycle of dealing with this, stepping into your power, and heading towards, guess what? New love, better partnerships, much better. Even if it's just healing your own self-love, we're heading into feeling like this. Our cup runneth over. And finding people who are actually willing to work with you. My God. Okay. Alright. Because it's the justice. Yes. So like I said, we have that choice to make. Do we follow? Do we continue to deal with this? This person with their little rod running around looking for the next thing? Or do we go head on out and go get recognized for being the stunning person that we are? Your choice, friend. You're seeking that clarity. You're looking for it. Yeah. It's incoming. I'm going to put away my yes-no tarot cards. And I'm going to get into the next part, which is why you're even here. Hello. You're welcome. My goodness gracious. I'm getting into the steampunk tarot today. You're welcome, Robert. Yes. Oh, I was hoping not to tap into that kind of energy today, but someone needs it. Thank you for the roses, and thank you for the likes. I really appreciate it. Yeah, 10. Hello! 10 cycle completions. So finally completing that cycle. Like I said, whoever this is, the only thing they have to offer is a pipe. That's for the streets. And a tiny pentacle. No. Moving on. Why do they need to hear this at this time, Spirit? Give them that clarity they're looking for, because they're manifesting it. We're trying to bring it in. So let's give it to them. Why do they need to hear this at this time? The moon card again. Yes. Things are being brought to the light. Right? The light is being shined. You notice how earlier I showed you we had the two dogs. We had the wolf and we had the dog. Here we have the dog and the cat. So instead of being this people-pleasing type of person, the self-abandoner, perhaps it's time to knock the glass off the table and be a bit more independent. I'm just saying. Perhaps it's time to have a little rebellious streak. The Fool, new beginning. So this clarity coming in, the things being put out into the light, lead you to this. And there's that little dog again. Oh, I got the Scottish Terrier. That was one of the synchronicities. Crazy. Sorry, that threw me. That's crazy when that happens for me too. The new beginning coming in. Let the light take you to the new beginning. Don't be afraid of the dark. The dark it hides the answers that you seek. Yes. So yeah, we're currently in that void. That dark night of the soul, the void, looking for the light. Things feel heavy, things feel dark. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate y'all. Yes. That new beginning. Crush energy, following our whimsy, getting back into our inner child, being around much better relationships. Much better energy. Aww. Why else do they need to hear this at this time, Spirit? I get it. We go back and forth. Maybe there are kids in the mix. I don't know. Yeah, 4 cups. Right now we're in this apathetic energy. Like, that's where we are currently. Whenever I see horizontal, that means we go back and forth, right? One moment we're looking at everything and we are bored with life. We don't really like being here. It's like... And then at other times we're trying to just leave that behind. Yeah, it's the energy of a perpetual sigh. I'm so disappointed all the time, but I'm trying to bring more happiness into my life. It's that feeling of trying to detach and focus more on ourselves. Yeah, this person's selfish. It's like, I'm tired of your promises that you never keep. Tell me more on why they need to hear this at this time. See the 11, yeah. The Queen of Wands, like I said. The Manifestation Queen. Dare I go on? You can read it right here. There's the key words. The confident, good business sense, confident. The Manifestation Queen, optimistic, well-liked, loyal. Hello, I'm doing wonderful. Yeah, like, I'm off. I mean, look at her. She's a baddie. And even if you don't necessarily identify as feminine, right? Maybe you're masculine watching this. Everyone has their masculine and feminine energies. You're just as much a baddie as the ladies here. You're someone who calls in what you want. You're someone who's well-liked. You're someone who can be confident and optimistic. Like, the core sense of you is someone who's the life of the party. That's what they're telling you. Like, you're stepping into your power. You're recognizing, you're clocking it, you're noticing the BS-ery, and you're going, you know, actually, I think I'm a head out, but I'm figuring out how. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Yeah, it does not feel good here. Being here is a constant cycle of bad luck. Yeah, disruption, lack of control, setbacks, delay after delay after delay after delay. Repeating cycles, repeating loops. No. It's like, this ain't worth it though. Yeah, this repeating cycle of lies. Lies. Lying. So much lying here. Promises I can't keep. Oh, I can change. I'll remember our anniversary. Yeah. They're just a friend. Uh-huh. Yeah, okay. Oh god, okay. Whenever I tap into this, whenever I see this energy, it makes me mad. Because, again, I've been here before, and it makes me want to fight them in a parking lot. It makes me so mad for y'all. It's like, how dare you? How dare you make a Queen of Wands feel not attractive? Not magnetic? Not wonderful? What the heck? How dare you knock their crown off? You know? And you could be a fire sign, right? They could also be a fire sign. It's giving competition, which is so weird. Why are you competing with your partner? Why? Why else do I need to hear this at this time? I do not like hearing that. I don't like finding out that a spouse or a partner is competing with their partner or spouse. That's so weird to me. It makes no sense. tell me more on why they need to hear this at this time. Oh, we stopped communicating. Perhaps we told them all the time what was the issue, but it was like talking to a brick wall, so we stopped. Thank you for the gifts, friend. Thank you. Because I noticed that this is taking a moment to come out, which often tells me one of two things. One, things have taken a long time, and two, we're being quiet. But this feels more like quiet. Yeah, like, I don't really want to talk anymore. Tell me more, Spirit. Do you understand they're being quiet? Yeah, it feels like trying to talk is like this big, painful ordeal that's not even worth the time, effort, or energy. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, do we have some options here? Because I see the Seven of Cups, which is all about options. It's kind of like looking at what we have in front of us and going, do I want to stay or do I want to go? What is this? Why is there a King of Cups here? There's a whole other person here. Hold on. The King of Cups, someone who's emotionally mature. Spirit, clarify. This is a whole other person that we are considering? Like, oh, it'd be nice if I could go be over here with this person. Or is it more of, I'm looking to become more emotionally mature? Like I'm looking at my options and stepping into my King of Cups energy? Like, what is this? Thank you. Six of Swords. Leaving behind. I don't know, I'm feeling like we're looking at our options and there may be somebody else over here who's more emotionally mature and we're considering jumping ship because someone else is waiting in the wings. Not like anything weird was going on, not like you know, there was any cheating on your end, but it feels like there may be somebody that you'd be like, if they asked, I would not say no. Yeah, it's like I'm tired of being with people who are emotionally constipated. I want someone who actually can talk to me. So if you don't have like a whole other person in the wings or in mind, it's like I'm kind of looking at my options here. Do I even want to stay here or do I want to go chase? Not chase, because we don't chase. Or do I want to go find somebody who's more emotionally mature? Yeah, that Six of Swords. That's leaving stuff behind. Like, we're out of here. Yeah, leaving that behind because we're currently not happy where we're at. Like, this is supposed to be a really happy card. It's supposed to be dancing with our little Scottish Terrier, our little dog, having a good time, and we're not here. We are not here right now. No, we want to leave that behind. No, not happy here at all. Our inner child can't be out. We're walking on eggshells. Everything's always our fault. Can't do anything. We're critiqued at every corner. Thank you, friend. 14, a balancing out. Why else do I need to hear this? Oh, that's a whole mess. Okay, no. Well, okay, I'll take that. Why we need to hear this is because it's a mess. It's a whole mess. We know it's a mess. We're not happy here. It's a big mess. There's been way too many chances given. There's been way too much trust given. There's been way too many broken promises, lots of lies, infidelity. No. No. And we're aware of it. But where are we struggling? Why are we struggling to head out? Like, I feel like there's more to it. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, this like holding on. Oh, we don't have the money. We could not have the money to head out. Okay. Yeah, but I do see, so we're currently in this like holding on phase still, but we're working through anxiety as well. We're like leaving behind the anxiety. So instead of just fretting about this disaster of a relationship, we're detaching. Yeah, we're detaching. Not being so, it's like the let them theory of, instead of thinking, oh, it's all my fault, I'm the problem, it's more of, I want to see what they do if I don't say anything, what they would rather do. Then we have this guarded energy. Our walls are up. Our walls are up right now to this person. Yeah, detachment. So I got Aquarius. Yeah. Or guarded. The Nine of Cups just popped out. Oh, that's 999. Oh, that's weird. 999. That adds up to 27, which equals out to 9. So Hermit energy. Going within to look at what our actual... So it's like getting clear on what our wishes are, right? Because this is the wish card. Getting clear on what we actually want. So it's like, okay, when I'm able to get out of here, because it's not an if, it's a when, right? Yeah, it's a win. When I get out of here, what do I want? What do I want in a partner? What do I want in a person? Do I even want a partner? You know, kind of getting clear on that. What would actually make me happy? Yeah, because right now we're super guarded. Justifiably. Like, looking back at what I saw over here, I get it. I get it. Yeah, 14, that Temperance energy balancing out. 211 as well for 4. Hello. Figuring out what our foundation is. What will I not tolerate? What will I tolerate? What am I good with? What am I not good with? Why else do I need to hear this at this time, Spirit? Fascinating. Well, I do see that if you choose to head out, you will get your money, because this person's sapping all the money out of you. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. We're working on leaving behind. Yes, so leaving behind the betrayals. We're not taking it so personally anymore. We're like, oh, I'm not the problem. I don't need to be over here saying that it's me. Oh, buddy, if you came here about marriage, it has not been a good read thus far. I'm not going to speak ill on everybody's marriage here, but if this person is constantly critiquing you and you are sad and they have cheated on you, time to go. Okay? If not, you guys are happy, don't mind me. But yeah, we're letting go of the self-abandonment, our self-betrayals. Whenever this person comes in and talks to us sideways, we're not really listening anymore. Tell me more on why they need to hear this. This is heavy energy, friend. And don't you apologize to me for that. That's not a you thing. Yeah, we're indecisive at the moment though. Like I said, we had the Two of Swords here earlier, but we're a little bit indecisive. Because it's like, would it be more of a problem to leave or to stay? That's rough. It fell in the same position too. That's crazy. Yeah, even though there's like third-party stuff happening here and I'm looking at my life and I'm not liking it, yeah, I'm not really liking what I'm seeing. Tell me more? Yeah, it hurts. It hurts. We're working through the internal pain around this. Oh, that's so rough. Like I said, it feels very heavy. It's just a long, never-ending sigh of disappointment. That's so rough. I'm so sorry. But we're working through it. We're still working through it. We're not taking it so personally anymore. We're not saying, oh, it's because I failed somewhere. No. If they are a fire sign, an Aries, an Aquarius, Leo, Sagittarius, or Libra, then yes, they are being manipulative, okay? If they're not those things, please use your discernment, alright? Okay, Neiman. As the read I've gotten thus far is that we have one big liar here. Yeah, internal pain around all these burdens. Like, they're not your burdens to carry, but we're working through healing that. Okay? We're working through healing that at this time. While we are in this transitionary period. While we're trying to decide. I am talking to you, friend. I said if your marriage involves any of the energy I'm currently talking about, where they've cheated before, they're being a liar, they're critiquing every single thing you do and you are unhappy, then we need to go. Alright? If that's not you, then you feel free to scroll. Okay? Tell me more, Spirit. I'll do 2 more on why they need to hear this at this time, because I feel like the message is pretty clear that we're currently working on detaching and taking it personally that this person is behaving the way that they are. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Nicole. Much love to you, precious stones. Yeah, 2 of Cups. Yeah, letting go of those burdens because we want the reciprocity. We want that reciprocity. So yeah, getting clear on what we actually want, letting go of that. We're still a bit indecisive, but that's because we're healing through some pain at this time, and we just want some reciprocity. You're welcome, dear. Yeah, I want reciprocity. What does reciprocity look like to me? This is like the begging to be loved kind of thing. I mean, I know how this feels. I'm so sorry. But you found me, so some of that weight will be lifted off of your shoulders. I'm not answering yes, no questions at this time. I've already put those cards away. The tower. Yeah, we're working on the tower. We're working on the tower. I told you it was coming whether we liked it or not, but we're currently in the process. And if it's related to a partnership or a marriage, that's divorce or breakup, right? But like I said earlier, if we're in this energy of this person is acting this way, it's necessary, it's needed. Last one, then I'll move into what you even need to do about this. Please don't spam the chat, thank you. This is one big collective reading. I'm not answering personal questions. One more on why they need to hear this at this time. Another sideways card, okay, yeah. Working on that tower and working on some self-love, working on pouring back into ourselves, filling up our own cup, and thinking about if we do decide to have other relationships in the future, what we want and don't want. Okay, cool. So, let me get into what you even need to do about it. I'm feeling Mythos, yeah, in this little box. This has happened a lot this week where I've pulled this specific deck out, and every time I do, it's because we're putting ourselves in a little box, but we're in this gilded golden box. So we're a whole deity, a goddess, a god, deity, what have you, a magnificent being, being told that we're not a magnificent being, and then staying inside this little tiny box. But the box says everything. They're trying to contain you. Yeah, it's like someone who is trying to contain someone because they know that the fact that they even pulled you is a miracle, and if anyone else noticed you, then you would be gone immediately. So they're trying to hide you away. Gross. Oh boy, hold on, let me light some incense because this is irritating me and I want this negative energy out of the picture. I don't like this energy. It's something I'm very familiar with. I don't like it. I don't want you to carry it either, so I'm gonna cleanse. Yes, get that out of here, because no. no, not my collective, absolutely not. My collective, I don't ever tell my collective to play small, absolutely not. Dream bigger, take up more space, be louder, be bolder, be more aggressive. Don't hurt anybody, but knock the stuff off the table. Yes. Be a little lion, roar. Alright, so what do they even need to do about it, Spirit? We got the idea. Stuff really sucks right now. This person sucks. We're trying to heal our viewpoints around relationships, and if we even want to be in a relationship again afterwards, after we're done with our healing period. So what do they need to do about it at this time? Oh, that did a whole flip and went back in the deck. That was wild. Okay. If it resonates, then yes. This is one big collective reading. You take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? Tell me more. What do they need to do about it at this time? I see so many that are flipped over here that keep flipping and going back in the deck. So it's like there's a ton of like suppressed emotions, things we want to say but we don't. We hold it in. Yeah, trying to get it off of our chest here. The 8 of Pentacles in reversed. All right, you need to stop working on this relationship, okay? You don't need to be patching the holes. Let it die, let it fall. You don't need to keep going, no. Okay? If they are not meeting you halfway, stop. Point blank period. Yeah, focus on you, the Hermit. Introspection. If they are not meeting you halfway, if they really are that committed to being a toddler, to not talking, to being a brick wall whenever you try to talk about issues, stop. Okay? And you're already going this way, so Spirit's kind of confirming that. They're saying, no, you're on the right path. It's time for you to pour into yourself and stop trying to make this relationship work, because they clearly don't want to be in a relationship. They just want to tell everyone they're in a relationship. Look at who I pulled. Look how great I am. No, gross energy. Thank you for sharing. Ugh. Yeah, 16 for that tower. Yeah. And here's the sideways again. So current energy. There are days where we want to forget everything ever happened, where we're stuck in that regret, disappointment. We want to forget all the memories. And then other days we're like, no, this is wisdom. As I walk forward, I will remember this. Because I went through this, now I'm stronger. Now I know what I will and will not tolerate. That's where we're at, back and forth. You're on the right path, right? Thinking to yourself, no, I need to remember this lesson so that moving forward I can continue to protect myself and to never let it happen again. You're heading in the right direction. Yep, that's gonna get us into this little spark here, that motivation. Yes. I believe that's gonna give you that motivation for that decision to head on out. Oh boy. Well, thus far this romance reading has been really raggedy, so If they cheated on you, the answer is no. Let it die. Let it go. If they made you that depressed, if they critiqued you, if they put you out of your power and made you feel like you were the problem, let's all be for real here. We know when we're the problem when we're not, okay? If they made you feel like it was all your fault and they never had anything positive to say to you and they didn't even contribute to the relationship other than giving a pipe and you were always broke with them, the answer is no, okay? Miss V? Yeah, we're working on that transformation, especially around defensiveness. So this is like, I like to see this card specifically in this deck because the Nine of Wands, or the Seven of Wands, excuse me, is all about being defensive. It's all about, yeah, well, you can't really blame yourself, Kim, because you wouldn't, how would you have known? You can't blame yourself. You can't be that hard on yourself. You don't know because you didn't know back then what you know now. So it's okay. I know it sucks that it happened, but it's a lesson. It's to help you protect yourself in the future, okay? Don't regret what you learn because it helps you as you continue forward. So yes, the Seven of Wands is usually about being defensive. Yes, exactly, learning process. It's usually a woman on a hill defending from all these unsolicited opinions, advice, people having opinions, just like this raggedy bastard. I would say let me chill, but no. No. Disrespectfully, no. In the reverse, it's like being a pushover, being a doormat, versus actually defending yourself. Because the way I see it here is this lady has all of these beautiful wands and she's taking these wands from other people and she made it part of her headpiece. She made it part of her outfit and she's wearing it, but she's still continuing forward with her wand, her opinion, her motivation. You know? We're working on transforming this, going from pushover doormat into, actually no, I'm gonna stand on what I said. And if you don't like it, tough. Yeah. So we're currently dealing with our shadow self, the part that says, well, maybe if I just change some more, maybe if I just listen, maybe if I just, it's that pulling to go back because oftentimes we'll try to stay in what is comfortable because we already, or stay in the pain that's comfortable because we already know the song and the dance, instead of trying to go towards the new thing. It's like, maybe if I just change a little bit more, maybe if I just quiet down, dim myself down, maybe if I'm just more grateful for the life I have, maybe if I, no. Yeah. We have those days, and that's perfectly fine. We're going to have days where we go back and forth on, oh, maybe I was the problem, maybe if I just, you know, if I just listened, maybe, no. That's okay, that's part of the process, that's part of the healing journey. It's gonna be a little bit hard, but that's okay. We're learning and transforming, that's part of the process. It's not easy. Change that is comfortable is not change. Thank you, friend. Yeah, Page of Wands. Get inspired, okay? It's time to get more inspired. Go do the things that light you up inside, that inspire you at this time. Like I said, we're trying to put more love into ourselves. So let's focus, instead of ruminating on what hurt us and sitting there, focusing on that, let's go do things that light us up, that give us our fire again. That put us back in this youthful, young, fabulous energy. Because that's you, right? The Page of Wands leads up to the Queen of Wands, which I told you were already the Queen of Wands. It's just a younger energy, right? Let's get back into that fun energy that motivates you and keeps you going forward. So do things that light you up instead of focusing on this garbage person. who quite frankly doesn't deserve a drop of your energy, a single second of your time. Not a care, not a worry, nothing. I've already put my yes/no cards away, so I will not be answering those at this time. What else do I need to do about it? Yeah, 15. So yeah, going back and forth between those self-sabotaging feelings and trying to, that codependency. It's all I've ever known, so maybe if I just get better at dancing the dance. Yeah, get inspired. Yeah, get inspired. Keep pouring into yourself. That'll bring you your happiness, your emotional fulfillment, okay? That'll put you in that beautiful 10 of Cups energy. Where you're just on your own, you're loving on yourself, you're feeling good, and you don't got to worry about this BS. Because the Tower is coming. But the only way that you'll be able to make this decision is by detaching and is by pouring back into yourself. Okay? And not putting up with this raggedy behavior. Yeah. Where did that just go? On the floor. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, we're already on the path. Yeah, they want for you to not be as guarded. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that you're guarded towards, like, it's okay to be protecting yourself from this energy, but when you meet other people, we don't want to be guarded towards them. We don't want to treat them like they're the person who hurt us, okay? Yeah. So they want for you to not be so guarded towards pouring into yourself, towards being the love of your life. Yeah, if someone's not treating you well, go be the love of your own life. Treat yourself the way you want to be treated. And if they feel a way about it, let them. Like, maybe if you were doing it, I wouldn't be doing it. Give yourself your flowers. Buy yourself the flowers. Someone here, you haven't had flowers this entire time. Go buy yourself some flowers. If you can. Whatever you can do. Go give yourself that recognition you deserve. Yeah, let go of the internal pain. Okay? Continue on this healing journey. You don't need to hold on to that. If this person really is that way, it's really nothing personal. It's all about their problems. They are self-sabotaging in their own way. It wouldn't have mattered who it was, they would have been treated the same way. So it's not you. You're not the problem here. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if as soon as you left this person, you got a promotion or a whole new job, your bank account got bigger, you started looking better, you started losing weight. I would not be surprised at all. And not because you're doing anything different, but because they're no longer draining the life out of you. Your house would probably smell a lot nicer and be cleaner too, let's be for real. Tell me more, Spirit. What else they need to do at this time? Yeah, we don't need to take it personal. So, like, being on that journey of trying to not take it so personal when they're doing their temper tantrums, that's the right way to go. What else they need to do at this time? Thank you. The Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, I told you. Future. Yeah, focus on you. If it's a matter of I need more resources in order to head on out, find a way to go get it. See if there's any resources out there. If it's like, oh, well, I can't really find any work, go look around at your resources, okay? Hello. There are people who offer grants, who offer scholarships, who offer, like, they have programs that can help with this kind of thing. If you need a side hustle in order to make it happen, however you can do it, okay? Because if that's the only thing stopping you, find a way. Because this person's not going to contribute. They're not going to help. Yeah, it's like maybe if I just stay and work harder, it'll change. No, it won't. No. Especially if they have a repeated like problem of promising stuff and then never fulfilling it. It's not. No. We've already established the pattern. Yeah. They want you to move on. 8 of Cups. Leave it behind. Leave it behind. Move on. You don't need to hold it. You don't need to try to save it. You don't need to try to fix it. It's not for you to fix. They are committed to not meeting you halfway. You can't change what does not want to be changed. Which sucks. I know. I feel it. I feel the more of that disappointment. I feel the sagging of the shoulders. I feel the sadness. I understand. Hello. But love the soul, not the behavior, you know? Yeah. Leave behind this constant, because it's just gonna keep going. I'm doing well. It's just gonna keep going. It's like if you stay here, it's gonna keep going. We want to leave it behind. Leave that behind. Leave it behind. You don't deserve it. You do not deserve all these swords, all these lies and fake ass promises. No. We deserve way better than that, yeah. Yeah, because it's just more nonsense. The Ace of Cups, yeah, because they're just taking. You're pouring from an empty cup. That's it. It's just a continuous cycle of pouring from an empty cup. No, they want you to leave that behind. No more of that. No more pouring from an empty cup. Your cup's been empty. It's bone dry. It's been empty. This person really over here acting like you need to give them more. No. No more. You pour into your cup. What else? Thank you. Yeah, more of that same. Again, the Six of Swords. Yeah, they want you to leave that behind. Get out of there. No. I mean... Yeah, Four of Swords in the reversed. Finding mental strength, awakening, rejoining the world, coming out of isolation. Yeah, it's time to get out of your box. It is time to leave this little gilded cage that they've got you in and head on out. Because they're keeping you there because they know that you're a prize. They know what you bring. And they're trying to keep you hidden from other people because they know that the minute you find someone, this King of Cups type of person, the minute you find somebody who's on your level, gone, out of here. But so that like, it's frustrating. I'm frustrated for you. I'm mad for you. This is so... I'm disappointed for you. I know this energy. I know so well how this feels. So it just... I'm simmering. I'm a pot on the stove. I am simmering. What else do I need to do at this time, Spirit? I'll do 3 more. Thank you for the likes. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry this is so heavy. But someone needs it. Someone needs this energy. 2 of Pentacles, yeah. Get your priorities straight, right? Figuring it out. What do you want? What do you want? Yeah. So thinking about, okay, if I want to go in a... What do I want? What do I What am I willing to tolerate? What am I not willing to tolerate? What are my compromises? You know, what do I want? Get clear on that stuff. Get so crystal clear. Be a little ridiculous about it too. You know? Make some space. Two more, Spirit, on what they need to do about it at this time. Thank you. Four of Cups. Four of Cups. I could have sworn I saw that earlier. Where'd it go? No, that was a different thing. Okay. Four of Cups is usually like boredom, apathy, that type of thing, but I don't think they're telling you to be bored or apathetic. Can you clarify that for me, please, Spirit? Clarify this Four of Cups. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by this Four of Cups here? Being apathetic. Three of Wands. Yeah, okay. It's Three of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, okay. Okay. Get clear on what you want, because we're just going to get more of these promises being undelivered. We're tired of this. Spirit's tired of it. You're tired of it. I'm tired of it. No. Yeah. It's more of the same. It's just going to be more of the same. No matter how many times you bring it up, no matter how big of a... Like, it's the kind of person who just kind of leaves you alone until you throw a fit, and then they act like you're crazy or being over dramatic. The last one for what you need to do about it, and then I'll get into the recap. Two of Cups. That's that sideways energy again. The Two of Cups, reciprocity. So yeah, figuring out what reciprocity is to you. What do you want? What do you want from a relationship, and what are you willing to give to a relationship? Figuring that out. Okay? We need to be super crystal clear on that moving forward, so that we never end up in this situation again, because now we're very clear on what we don't want. So now we need to get clear on what we do want. Okay? Alright. I'm being called to go into the Oracle Advice cards. I actually have a new deck that I was given by one of my followers. It's one that I can actually write on. So it's blank ones that I've written on, channeled messages. So we'll see how that goes here. But before I do that, I always like to put a summarized video after my lives for people who couldn't make it. All that really requires of me is to do a quick recap before I jump into the Oracle Advice cards. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to lift a finger. You don't have to give me anything. All I ask is for a moment of patience, and then I'll jump straight into the advice and then release you to the wilds. So thank you for your patience. So that was the recap. Let's get into the Oracle Advice cards. And as I said, this is a new deck. This is the one that I have written on, I've channeled messages for. I'm very excited to use it today. I want to see just exactly what we can get out of it. I'm very excited. I thought this idea was very fun. The person who sent me this is not in this live at this moment, but they'll see this video later. And if so, hi R, thank you for the deck. So, let's see. Spirit. Let's ease their fears, relieve them of some of their anxieties. Anyone who sees my face, whether in this live or on any video they come across with my face, I want for them to leave feeling lighter, for some of the weight to be taken off, and for them to be able to sleep better and move forward in life. With more clarity. Let's give them some guidance on how to proceed forward at this time. Closing advice from my collective here today regarding this situation. Mother wounds. Mother wounds. Yeah, we may be a bit of a pushover, a bit of a doormat, because at some point we were taught that we don't deserve nice things. somewhere along the way, we got a wound in our receiving energy. So we feel like we're not worthy of nice things. We're not worthy of good things. We're not worthy of love. That is something to address. Why do I feel like I'm unworthy of love? Why do I feel like it's okay for me to put up with this treatment? Thank you for the follow and the likes. Thank you. Tell me more, Spirit. Closing advice for the collective regarding this. Comparison syndrome in the reverse, though. So leaving that behind, this person compared you all the time. They compared you all the time, and we are healing this, okay? So I love to see that. So again, that could have been part of it. The mother wounds led to the comparison syndrome, and we're currently working on it. Yeah, what do I not? Why do they deserve it and I don't? Getting rid of that. Out the door. Thank you for the follows and the likes. Goodness gracious. Any more closing advice for my collective here today? Oh, that one. Okay. Self-sabotage. Yes, we're currently working through self-sabotage. So if you ever get an inkling, I'm telling you, if you get an inkling to go back to this person, don't do it. That's your self-sabotage. That's you feel it. That's the mother wounds coming up and saying, maybe I did deserve it. No. Full stop. No. Anytime you feel like, well, maybe if I just quiet down more, maybe if I just try a little harder, I want for you to remember. I want for you to remember me right now, my face, saying, don't you dare. Don't you dare do that, okay? Don't you dare. You are worth so much more than what this a-hole can give you. Absolutely not. You hear me? Nobody should beg for love. Nobody. You don't gotta fit in their little box. Get out of the box. You're a person. People don't go in boxes. Any more closing advice for my collective here today? You're in your meat suit, they're in theirs. Okay. Yeah, that's part of that comparison syndrome too. It's like, I don't care if they did cheat on you. It has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them, okay? You don't have to worry about what they had that you didn't. It doesn't matter. Okay? And this person who continuously critiques you on everything you do, if they put even an iota of energy into their own life, minding their own business, driving their own meat suit, they would probably not need to critique anybody because they would be where they want to be. Hypercritical people are just insecure, by the way. Just so you're aware. If they feel like they have to tell you everything, that like, my way is the best way and here's all the reasons why your way is wrong, they're insecure. Divine Feminine in the reversed. I told you. Yeah, unhappy with themselves. I told you, we have a wound in our feminine energy where we feel like we deserve that treatment. I love this. I love this card. This is Queen of Swords energy. I saw this once upon a time when looking at the Queen of Swords, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Do you want to know why? Because you're really over here thinking that you deserve this treatment. I don't really need to explain that anymore. I love that card. It's so to the point. Like you really feel like you deserve this? No. Be so for real. If your best friend was receiving the same kind of treatment, you would be fighting that person. So let's not play about ourselves either, okay? Any more advice for my collective here today? I'm loving this. Yeah, 303. I'm loving this already. Yes! You dropped this. Yeah, you were... There you go. Need I say more, y'all? For real. They really had you out here without... No, they really tried to take it and wear it. No one gave them that crown. Doesn't even fit their big head. Goodness gracious. That's funny. Thank you, Spirit. I love this. I have positive cards in here, I promise. But Spirit's not playing and I love it. Tell me more closing advice for this collective regarding this. And I see the likes, so I know you know. I know you know that you dropped it. You need to put it back on. Yeah, it will. Stop telling everybody your business and stop telling this person everything. They're the reason that you don't have any money because they're always hating. You go out and you get things. You're this awesome person. They want to put you in this box so bad that they are always, yeah. Like it would be like you have an idea and then they tell you all the reasons why it's wrong and it's not logical and blah 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 blah. Like stop telling them. And you're already in that energy, right? You're already keeping quiet. It's like, okay, well, if talking to you is not working, I'm not going to talk anymore. Watch them be like, are you mad at me? Celebrate your progress. Celebrate your progress. So as you are continuing forward, as you start getting into pouring into your own cup, okay? Remember that you are making progress. Yes, we went through it. Yes, it hurts, right? But the fact that you woke up, the fact that you're paying attention, the fact that you woke up, the fact that you're paying attention, and that you're trying to choose yourself is enough. That's enough. Okay? Yeah, I told you. You're wandering through the void. It's rough out here. Wandering through the void. It's rough out here. We're going through it. Because of this hypercritical person. Can't ever keep their mouth shut. And so we feel like we're actually that. Yeah. In reality, though, what do you mean? Because last I checked, the only thing they had to offer was their body and a tiny pentacle. Like, you're the one providing everything else. You're the reason the whole relationship is even together, but they're critiquing you. That's ridiculous. Yep. Telling you. And then this person's trying to keep you in a little box because they know that they never would have pulled you if you didn't already have pre-existing mother wounds, issues with receiving, feeling like you can't have nice things. They gotta keep you there because the moment you wake up, you're gonna be like, you're gonna realize that they ain't shit, and you're gonna head on out and you're gonna go find someone who sees you and would never fumble, would never ever 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 fumble you like that. They'd be like, and they would immediately, whatever you wanted, they would show up and they would be a proper person. I don't know who else needs to hear this, but yeah. If you are up all the time cleaning that fucking house, go to bed. Okay? That's for who it's for. Someone here is always up cleaning that house because whoever this is can't clean up after themselves. Go to sleep. Stop doing it for them. Okay? Stop it. It's for someone. I don't know who that was for, but I wrote that because, staying up because you have 3 jobs, you're cleaning, you're homeschooling, you're taking care of the kids, and this person's not doing anything. Get out of here. Go to bed. Like I said, I don't know who it's for, but it's for someone. Someone needs to get some sleep. Stop giving to this person. And it's not just for the ladies here. This is for who it's for. The law of reciprocity. The law of reciprocity. We're currently working on figuring out, like, again, if they're not... This person has, like, they are gonna sabotage everything. Seriously. No, we're working on the law of reciprocity. What does that mean to me? Interesting. You know, it's so funny. This whole time I was talking about someone who was very immature, who was very hypercritical, who was very insecure, who felt like they had to tell everybody how to do things. And then you pop up. Okay. Anyway, that's why you get blocked, because you come in here with the same energy I was just talking about, Dusty. Anyway, get out of your head and get into your body. Like I said, get into your body. Cleansing is needed. Cleansing is needed. Yeah, I know you're mad that I muted you. Go be mad somewhere else. If you're really bothered by people who do tarot readings, learn how to do it yourself. Moving on. Get out of your head, get into your body. So instead of ruminating over the things that they said, instead of ruminating about it and constantly thinking about it and wondering how you could have changed it, what you could have done different, no. We need to get into our body. We need to do the breathing. We need to stop living up here and get into the now. Pour into ourselves. Do some cleansing. And I'm not talking about cleaning your house, okay? For whoever needs to go to sleep. I'm talking about removing the energy that's over here really trying to get you in your feels. Yeah, I'm not the one. No, I've dealt with people like that my whole life. You're not bothering me. I'm glad to hear that, Levi. Levi or Levy, I'm sorry if I butchered your name. I really am glad. Any more closing advice from my collective here? 42 just popped up, so 12, shift in perspective. I'm from the South, that's crazy. I like when the cards line up. So you saw how all that just happened, how someone was really in here running their mouth and we just let them leave. Same thing, Spirit's had enough. It's coming whether you like it or not. They're removing, boink, right on out of here. You have to make the choice because your free will must be respected, but they're giving you that clarity so you can make the choice. And they're like, Spirit's done. They're done with this. They've watched it happen and they're over it. Because, like, we brought you into their life so that we wanted to see what you would actually do with it. Yeah. We wanted to see, we brought them in here to bring that healing and that love, that unconditional love into your life. To bring you that happiness that you begged for once upon a time. And then you ruined it, dude. Ma'am, whoever you are. And you really out here making this person small because your ego is so massive and you can't figure yourself out. Yeah. So Spirit's like, no, we're done. We're not just gonna let you continue to do that. And remember, if the change is comfortable, it's not actual change. So again, if you keep thinking, well, what if I go over here and I continue this same song and dance? What if I continue to try to keep this relationship floating even though it hurts me? You're not gonna call in the change you want. You're not gonna call it in. Yeah, because we're doing the same thing, hoping it'll change, hoping the result will be different. And what is that? That's the definition of insanity. Ooh. Let the tower fall. Let it happen. Let it happen. Let the tower fall. Okay, I told you it's coming. It's coming. Don't be afraid of it. And may light never blind you and darkness never bind you. Okay? Rose-colored glasses. Love and light. Too much love and light means we overlook ourselves. We overlook the things that hurt us. And staying in the dark keeps us stuck. Right? We have to learn how to navigate that. Navigate it. Let's do 3 more. Closing advice for my collective. 3 more, and then I will release you to the wilds of the night. Or whenever you're watching. For me, it's night. But that's fine. That one fell on the floor. Aw, what inspires you is already within you. So yes, like I said, go look at things that inspire you. So if you're looking at other people and you go, I wish I was more confident, I want to be more confident. You're already confident, friend. You just need to figure out how to unlock it, okay? What inspires you is already within you. Last 2. Yeah, we're gonna stand up to that. We're gonna stand up to that bully at some point. Stuck in the mind prison. So we're currently stuck in the mind prison. That's okay. That's okay. We're still learning. We're still working through it. That's okay. We'll go back and forth. That's part of the healing process. That's alright. Last one. What I say? Get out of the box. If they put you in a box and you keep going back in the box, you are now putting yourself in the box. Get out of the box. Get out of the box. And also, Archangel Michael might be relevant to you here. He's a protective angel. If you believe in angels, he's protective. Especially over the throat chakra, our expression, our truth. Yep. Yep, no more Jack in the Box. So, alright. That's all I have for you today. I hope that this was helpful. And honestly, when I get heavy energies like this, I hope it resonates for nobody. And I hope this just came out of thin air. If it did resonate, I'm so sorry you're going through this, but I hope it was helpful. If you're interested in a personal reading, I offer those at the link in my bio. It's not clickable just yet. I need 1,000 followers on TikTok to make it clickable. I'm so close. We'll get there. But yes, that's where I offer those services. Please feel free to check it out. If you're watching from the YouTube video, when I post this later, it'll be in the description box down below. Feel free to check it out and see if I vibe with you. If I do not, and this is the last that I see of you, thank you, first and foremost, for choosing me to be your reader today, for your time and your energy. I wish you so much love, luck, peace, joy, happiness, healing, and prosperity on your journey forward. Please remember that your life is an ever crooked path and you are never off of it, okay? If you have chosen to follow me and you do like my vibe, thank you again. I wish all the same for you, and yeah, I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye!